Right away, I noticed that by contrast means but, and nevertheless means but. So it probably does not bode well for those two choices. I don't quite cross them out right away, but it's unlikely that one of them is going to be right, because if they mean the same thing, how could the other be wrong? So let's just take a look at the sentences. Tulip mania, the rapid rise and sudden fall of the price of tulip bulbs in 17th century Amsterdam, is often cited as an example of the perils of rampant market speculation. However, recent research has demonstrated that the episode was neither as frenzied nor as disastrous as has been thought. The popular myths surrounding it should be regarded with some skepticism. So, as always, when we have this kind of like transition in the middle, let's pop it right in there at the beginning of the sentence so that way we can kind of hear it better. We have a for example, and we have a so. Now, first of all, does it seem like a but? We have a but the but's right there. So do we need another one? Recent research has demonstrated it wasn't as bad as we thought, but the popular myth should be regarded with skepticism. No, if it wasn't as bad as we thought, then it should be regarded with skepticism. That follows from it. That is not a contrast. So I was pretty sure that those were wrong anyway. Now I am even more sure. So though, let's see if that sounds good. This thing was not as disastrous as had been thought. So the myth should be regarded with some skepticism, right? It turns out the research shows it wasn't as bad as people thought. So we should be skeptical of the myth. Yes, that seems right. Is it an example? I don't think so. Right? It's not an example of the recent research. If it were, then great. It's just saying that we should be skeptical. That is not any sort of data of any kind. So to me, this is a good example where the dumb summaries really help. You move that blank to the front of the sentence where the transition word would normally be, and you just read it with the simple words. And I hope that the word so just sounds good.